Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Common Sense as the English. So, it has been a few hours, I had some dinner, and now I'm back in, ready to play some more. I've been playing this game for like 10 hours today, and it's been fantastic, I just have to say. This is, so far, probably, the two expansions that they've done that I was the most excited about were Art of War and this one, and I gotta say, I've only played it for a little bit, but this one takes the cake, so I'm having a lot of fun. Although, there is a change. Like, I'm not playing the actual final release build. There's actually a much more clear indicating system for how these fort things are going to line up on Tuesday. You'll see it. But, they've got, like, circles to help indicate where the things belong and all that stuff. But that's okay. That's to be expected. I think I mentioned in the description and probably in a few videos that this is not the actual full-on, full-release build. So, it's very, very nearly, but anyway, what we were doing last is making buckets of ducats, like many, many ducats. I was also looking around in between videos here, and there's really no one that's threatening us right now, right? We have a huge truce with the French until 1502. We still have a truce with Burgundy, so we lowered maintenance. But that also made me think, why not lower fort maintenance? So let's go ahead and use our Mothball All Forts button. Apparently we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's saying that they're all active, but this one's definitely not active. Maybe the number just needs like a month to update or something. But anyway, we're gonna click the button. Mothball all forts, save some money. Yeah, I mean, the numbers still line up. I think that it's just a display issue. But anyway, we're going to mothball them all because there's really no reason to have them active while we're at peace. It's kind of like mothballing your armies by lowering maintenance, that kind of thing. And we had just lowered inflation. We have a province that we have not yet cored, which is okay. Although we do want to core Paris because they've been so kind as to upgrade it with lots of French people. Lots of French people live and work here. Burgundy no longer considers Austria to be a rival. We discovered that Castile has canceled the military access that they've given us. What a jerk. Royal marriage with Portugal. Well, just how long do we want this relationship to last, I wonder? Well, let's see. We're about to pick up another relationship slot, so it's not really that bad that we have them. We've got Scotland as our vassal. We don't need to even worry about their opinion of us, because eventually we're just going to click a button and make them go away. Yeah, very soon, in fact. Inherit Scotland. Let's go ahead and say no for now. Leinster. I want you to disappear. I want you to stop existing as a people. 5 years from now, we can integrate you, but that would require quite a bit of improved relations. There's always a chance we could inherit them. And we are quite old. Do you think he'll live 5 more years? We could get lucky. Anyway, Norway. You are allied with Denmark, the Livonian Order, and Muscovy. Clearly, they have no chance at naval superiority, so taking these 3 provinces would be super easy. And I think well worth it. At the same time, they've got occupied Norwegian peasants living up here. Only 3 development, and yet it costs 84 to improve. Wow. Apparently Arctic woods is not a good place to build stuff. Well, I'm thinking that we take a bunch of this stuff. I mean, look at the war score cost is quite low. Base of 5 is interesting. We could probably take a bunch of stuff from them. Question is, do we want to go to war yet? I think we want to wait a little bit, right? A little bit of war exhaustion? Yeah. Okay. Got my bearings straight. Let's play for a bit. Okay. Burgundy no longer considers us to be a rival. Instead, they've rivaled Provence. So, they are still hostile, but they have not rivaled us. That's actually really interesting. So we've got a very strong ally right now, down here, just one. Who's currently at war with Austria. I've forgotten why. Attacker against Savoy. So Milan and Savoy are fighting again, and they brought in their buddies, basically. We're not currently friends with Austria. We are friends with Portugal, temporarily. Really, I only had the alliance with Portugal to maybe distract Castile. Now that we have Aragon Castile, I don't think we need Portugal. Burgundy is no longer a valid rival for us. Also, by the way, this is important. I did read in the patch notes that you are able to embargo your vassals, your rival's vassals, your rival's subjects without penalty. So I should have been doing that earlier, but I didn't actually read the patch notes before diving in. We're not going to become Defender of the Faith. Who is a valid rival for us? Aragon is the only one. Well, that's probably not going to work. Did it automatically cancel my embargo? I didn't actually have an active embargo. So, do you have any subjects, little man? No. It's kind of weird that France doesn't start with subjects. Naples will cede Calabria to Aragon. Naples will be forced to give Milan 10% of their income. Okay. Good job, guys. Proud of you. So we're doing splendid. I mean, we're doing very, very well at this point. 37 ducats a month in income. Like, the turnaround is fantastic. I sure hope people... Well, if you're watching this, then you're one of the people who made it through, but there were some dark times in the English history here. We were not doing so hot for a little while. But like I said, sometimes you just gotta put one foot in front of the other and you'll find yourself making 37 ducats a month in no time. Still, the manpower thing is a bit of an issue. Now, how in the earth am I selecting sea zones? Yeah. You can apparently select sea zones while you have the land units interface open. I don't know why. Is there any situation that you can think of where that would be something you'd want to do? I can't think of any. Hey, Scotland's improving relations with us. That must mean they feel loyal. Good. Well, we're not going to improve relations with them, because that'd just be kind of silly. Our army is pretty weak overall, but hey, at least it's not mercenaries at the moment. Paris itself is something that we can core now, but we could save a few monarch points by waiting. We could theoretically get this cost down to, let's see, development value is 31, so 31 times 10 times 0.9, 279. So we could save another 11 administrative points if we just wait, which is equivalent to like 1 month. Am I willing to wait a year to save 11 monarch points? It's like having an extra 1 monarch point generation per... I am, yeah, I'll wait. Sure. Monarch points and development is like the thing of this game now. Paris must be a core to give it a seat. I think we're going to want to make Paris into a seat. Pretty likely. We're not going to become Defender of the Faith. Don't bug me about it. And we are stockpiling money simply because we're very soon going to have a discount to our building costs. So, from there, it's going to be very exciting. France has now given military access. Austria has no longer rivaled Aragon. Wow. 2 of our rivals have... Well, not 2 of our rivals, but 2 of the big players in the game have just downgraded who they have rivaled. We have 80.94 papal influence, which, by the way, you can now store 200. That's something else I read in the patch notes. Why there's really any limit is something I don't understand. I guess for balance reasons or something. Secure the relationship with Aragon, our primary ally to the south. Here's the thing, Aragon has no claims to our provinces, so they don't really have any issue with us at all. Castile hates us, with good reason. I had improved relations with Granada, but at this point, it's not going to matter, because most likely it's going to be Aragon that declares war on Granada. Castile is not capable of declaring war. We will accept, although he is only 50... Yeah, okay, it's fine. We accept. Yep, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I want more money. I want to make, like stupid amounts of money in this game. Oh, hey, cool, it's time for a vote. What are we debating? We can reduce monthly autonomy. Kind of not necessary, because we already have fairly low... why is... Okay, the game is paused. We have fairly low autonomy in most places. There's actually a few. Not an insignificant number of places that could benefit from it. An extra diplomat for 10 years is pretty cool. Spy offense, that's pretty cool. Fort defense, fort maintenance, naval maintenance modifier. I like the idea of getting appropriate land for the state, just in general. I think it's probably one of the best ones. So what are the things that we can waste stuff on? We can waste money. 3 of them. Seems like there's gain inflation. That sucks. Grant naval commissions. What kind of naval tradition do we have anyway? Naval traditions at 25.9. Well, I never use admirals. There's like 0 purpose to them in my life, in my games that I play. But it'll come right back because we got it from protecting trade, so it'll just come right back. So whatever. I think that that's a perfectly reasonable thing to get rid of. Temporarily, we lose naval tradition. Now, apparently there are some events that can happen that cause you to, like, lose the bribes, so you don't want to do them all at once, but that's the thing, like, I don't ever push it to 100%, and I think that they're probably more likely to be bad if you go all the way to 100. I think that's why I've pretty much avoided them. So we'll do the Navy commissions first. That's definitely the one I care about the least. That one we'll never do. Papal influence one, probably. That one I don't care about. Bribing, and then corruption. I do not want inflation, because that's monarch points, but money doesn't bother me too much. 90%'s good. That's what we'll shoot for. Anything above like 80 or 90% likelihood is good enough for me. Eventually we'll fail one of them, and then we'll find out what it's like to lose 20 prestige. And that's it. I think that's really all that's going to happen. The diplomats of Austria are now supporting an heir to their own house to succeed the throne of Poland. You know, that's something I haven't tried in a long, long time. But in theory, if we could get our character on board... Now, why are a couple of them green? Bavaria's green, Austria's green. Holy crap, Poland's heir is 78? What? He is old! And Aragon, age 80. Okay, that seems a little bit unusual to me. But anyway, you get bonus like monarch points and stuff for supporting your heir, but it ties up your diplomat for so long. It's really hard for me to decide if it's worthwhile. I think if you have nothing better to do with a diplomat, it's probably alright, but... Is there any chance we're going to get a reduction in technology costs in addition to what we already have? I don't think so. 412 points is actually quite insignificant. So I'm ready for it. And we're briefly ahead of time. Cool. So at some point, I'm going to start pumping out docks and all kinds of things to raise force limit. We have quite a few buildable tiles. That is the wrong button. So some of them only have 1 building slot. Merchants are doing poorly. Lose stability or get diplomatic tech cost up by 2.5% for 10 years. Well, I'd say it's probably likely we're going to want to upgrade tech again in the next 10 years. Let's see, we generate 120 a year times 10 years. We're going to have 1,200 points. So we're definitely going to have enough points sometime in the next 10 years to do the upgrade. But it's only 2.5% of 600. So 0.025 times 600 is nothing. It's like 15. So do you want to spend 15 more diplomacy? Yeah, 15 diplomacy is way better than losing level 3 stability. Pretty easy choice. Sometimes I just like to put my thoughts out there, you know, on like how I'm arriving at these decisions, so people don't think I'm crazy. You might think I'm crazy. You can think I'm crazy. It's fine. The Hansa is has been improving relations with us or something. My opinion of them is very high. However, they're currently neutral. What do you want from me, Hansa? Apparently our guy died. He was the 10% increased income guy. We could afford production efficiency guy. More administrative points would be nice. We are doing an administrative idea group right now. Sounds good. I think we can afford him. He's certainly not going to pay for himself. Our production's our weakest form of income, but I'll take the monarch points. I think that they are justifiable. Let's go ahead and do organized construction. We're nowhere near Protestant, right? Yeah, it's not going to happen, so might as well just go ahead and take this now. Got our extra relationship slot. And we've still got plenty of power projection. What do we want to use this extra relationship slot for? Brittany, are you ever going to want to become my vassal? I mean, maybe someday. You've gone and fabricated claims on people that I hate, so there's always that. But I don't want you to get any bigger, because then you will not accept vassalization. So, and I still don't know what the calculation is, so I don't know exactly how big I need to get to bring you in. How about Holland? Are you more likely or less likely? Probably less likely. You being a member of the Empire is kind of annoying. Is anyone on the border here who's not a member? Flanders? Flanders is allied. You are hostile toward me. And apparently you think you're pretty fancy. Well, there's just not too much available out there. Not the same religious group seems a big deal to them. Alright, well... Provence, would you ever consider it? Okay, apparently it's 100. So that number used to show up around 40 base tax. Now it's apparently showing up at 100 total development. I bet they just stretched the formula and made it so that, like, 40 base tax is equivalent to 100. That would be the simplest change they could have done. But if it wasn't for that, I mean, they gotta be barely at 40 development. No, actually, they're significantly more than it. So we just eat their territory. Well, the reason I'm looking so hard to find someone is I just know that all these AIs are going to offer me. Since there's a relationship slot open, they're going to be like, pick me, pick me. How about Poland? Poland wouldn't be terrible. Maybe the Papal State for now. I mean, I wouldn't mind popping out a little bit of mercantilism. Maybe we could do it twice before we actually get the Protestant Reformation. Anyway, we're allowed to build buildings on the cheap now. So, where do we want to begin? There's a lot of choices to be made. Barracks could be good. On a few of them. I mean, I do think we're going to want a barracks on London. 750 people, that'd be pretty solid. Is there, when you're looking at this map mode, does it actually show the number of slots? Building slots remaining. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to know. So I think first and foremost, since we're a naval power, if we can, I want to save slots for docks. I want to build docks on the coast to really bump up naval force limit. I think that would be pretty amazing to have an extra 2 force limit per province. So let's avoid building on the coast for the most part. But I'd say a barracks. Well, barracks is probably the most important thing right now. We need the force limit. Not the force limit, sorry, the manpower. Obviously, that's what this stuff does. Simply because I don't have any, and we're gonna spend far more money on mercenaries than we need to. If we could just increase some of this stuff, then that would be a lot better. Kind of scraping at the bottom of the barrel though now. A lot of these places don't really have very many upgrades to force to military, whatever it's called. What's the damn upgrade called? Base manpower. Okay, so we did that. I don't want any more castles. As fun as they are. I do think maybe an extra shipyard would be nice. Preferably on places that have trade goods that I think I want to upgrade. Like these two would be okay. We'll make this corner-ish into our training area. And then other than that, can we get some good tax income boosts anywhere? 0.23. I want to try something. I remember I used to do building upgrades through the ledger at one point. I wonder if we're able to sort at all. Alright, I'm looking for... They got rid of it. What? It's just gone. Buildings tab is just gone. The whole thing. One of my suggestions was to make the trade tab, like the tabs in the ledger that to build buildings, like easier to work with, and so their solution was just freaking remove it. It's just gone. Oh, that's funny. Never mind. I guess we won't be building from the ledger anymore. Oh well. Okay, well, local trade power. Let's do that one. I know that I'm gonna want that one. So, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna take a break here, but I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. That's really funny. All right, I'll see you soon.